On this episode of Straight Rack Garage, we are back once again with our auction series. It's been a while, but let's see what we have going on today. Yes, we are back, and we are going to the Indianapolis, Indiana impound auto auction, the police auction, where all the vehicles that get impounded go to, whether they're arrested, left on the street, abandoned, or just an accident. This is a pretty decent auction if you're willing to pick through all of the not so great stuff. There's some pretty bad stuff here, but there's some good stuff as well. Now, the reason we haven't done an auction video in a little while is because we just got off a really bad tax refund season. It wasn't what it used to be. Prices are going down. People are not buying because they don't have the money. The economy is not so great. The tax refund boom, as you call it, it probably only lasted like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks max, and then poof, it was dead. Unfortunately, that means there was a whole bunch of people buying up cars, sending the prices up through the roof right before tax season. That always happens. But when tax season rolled around, yeah, maybe they got out of their cars. But unfortunately, what they do is they go back and they buy more cars and they spend even more money. Now, those cars, they probably didn't sell. So now they're sitting on those lots and they're not going anywhere. Now, it's been a few weeks since all of this has gone down. So what I'm hoping for is that all the people that have been buying cars for tax season are stuck with all those cars and they are no longer buying anymore at the auctions. So that's what we're about to find out. All right, so the first thing I want to look at is this 2013 Ford Expedition. You can never go wrong with an SUV. This one is sitting at $1,250 right now.
New bidder.
Let's see what it has going on for it. It's kind of high miles, 212,000 miles. It's a 2013. Says it has keys, engine runs, and wind into gear. Now, it seems to be in pretty decent shape. There's no marks on the tires indicating, oh, there is a mark on the tire. Never mind. So it was sitting somewhere, and it could have some issues. I get scared of the ones that have the marks on the tires because they were sitting on the street somewhere and somebody didn't care to move it when they got marked. They usually have a sticker on the window though. I'm not seeing a sticker on these windows, so that's kind of weird. So maybe it was chalked, so they didn't put a sticker on it and they just took these people's cars. That's a possibility, but it's at $1,300 currently. What is this thing going to go for? Are we even live bidding on this right now? I'm not sure, to tell you the truth.
Sold.
Nope, we're not live bidding on this yet. It should be coming up next here. So let's see what this goes for. 13, I mean, the tires are flat. It could have been towed just because of sitting on the street with flat tires. So here we go. $1,350 right now on this 2013 Ford Expedition. Again, it has 212,000 miles on it, which isn't awful for one of these trucks. It looks like, yeah, it has a 5.4 liter in it, which, again, not the greatest engines, but it ran for 112,000 miles already. So how bad can it be? You are taking a gamble on this simply because it's one of those street impounds, I like to call them. The interior, yeah, it's pretty dirty on the inside, but it doesn't appear to be too badly torn up. The seats are just a little bit ripped. They're a little bit dirty here and there, but you can clean all that stuff up. It's no big deal. It's got some trash where in the third row. So
Sold.
there it goes. $1,650 for the Expedition. That's not so bad, I would say. Let's see. I think we have one more we wanted to look at. Yes, this one. This is more like it. This is a 2016 Yukon. It already has $6,800 on it. So that is a bit high for this truck. It has 217,000 miles on it, which doesn't scare me on the miles because these truck runs, they run for hundreds of thousands. If you can get 400,000 miles out of the engine. It's the transmission that always worries me on these trucks. But this is a very, very good looking truck. It's at $6,900 right now. I don't think I can see right now what the auction fees are because I haven't authorized my bid. You're authorized, you have to put down $100. So $6,900, that's probably about $7,500 with auction fees for the Yukon. So let me get my bidding ready. So if something does come up, we can bid on one of these. All right, I got my authorization all set up. So what that is pretty much every week you have to go through and just click a couple buttons on there. When you sign up for this site to bid, you have to give them a credit card number. So that's unfortunate, but I haven't had any problems with it. It's been, I don't know, about 3 years so far that I've been bidding on cars with this particular platform. And yeah, it seems to be pretty secure. But what that is they authorize $100 to hold in case you bid on a car and you don't come and pick it up. If you bid on a car and you don't fulfill your obligation to buy that vehicle, well, they're taking your $100. That's for them having to run that back through again. So yeah, be careful there. Before we get too deep into this, I know there are some more new people that have signed up, and the platform for all those newbies is Artura, A-U-T-U-R-A, Artura Marketplace. You type that into Google and it will bring up a big long list of different auction houses that you can bid at. So it's usually tow lots. Actually, it's pretty much just tow lots. So car impounds, record lots, that sort of thing, police impounds. You can go through, there's a whole bunch of different cities. We're bidding at Indianapolis, Indiana on this one because that's where I live. And it is actually, I believe it's the biggest impound lot on the platform currently. There's almost always over 100 cars. So I think we're dealing with like 107-ish cars on this platform today. There's a few that are bigger, 50, 60 cars, but usually not up to 100. Some of them are kind of small, 5, 10, 15 cars, but it's all over the country from East Coast to pretty much West Coast. And they're adding new tow lots all the time. So if they're not in your neighborhood, they will be soon. Now, we talked about vehicles that have been wrecked. There's a way to make money even though they've been wrecked. You can put some of these vehicles together just as long as they're not damaged too terribly bad. What I want to look at is this 2006 Ford F-150, and here it is right here, 2006. Yeah, 2006 Ford F-150. Now this one has it's been run through the auction before, and see, somebody didn't buy it. This yellow sticker was a previous week, and this is the current week. So that's how you know somebody didn't come and get it. It's missing a wheel. So it was, I don't know, either in an accident, a small accident, or the wheel studs failed or something. Let's see if we have a better look at it. Yeah, there it is. So this looks like it's been sitting for a little while, but it snapped off looks like it snapped off the end of the axle and everything. But it's not so hard to replace. Just unbolt all this stuff and slap a new one on and you're good to go. It's at $1,375 right now. So there's a lot of Ford guys out there that would appreciate that. These wheels are pretty easy to get a hold of. They're not really expensive. They're kind of on the cheap side. It looks like a King Ranch edition. So this
sold.
Went for $1,375. So that's not so bad. Let's see if we can see what nope, we can't see it now, what the auction fees were. We missed that.
New bidder.
So I would say about $400, so about almost $1,800 with auction fees. You can probably get, I don't know, $3,500 out of it once it's fixed up again. The mileage was a bit high, 251,000 miles. So that's a little bit worrying, but you can get these fixed up. But in today's market, I think this went a little bit high for the repairs that you have to do. But it's a running vehicle, it's not a driving vehicle. You should be able to make some money off of that. All right, next up we have one that's another put together car that may or may not go cheap. It's a 2019 Chevy Cruze. Let's have a look here. You know, this is it right here. It's been lightly damaged. I don't know, is that lightly damaged? Would you call that lightly? It's been damaged right there. Where's the engine compartment? But it looks like the core support is intact, so it didn't push back far enough to damage that. It's at $1,300 right now. But the unfortunate part is all these airbags are blown. The bottom, the top, the dash. So you're basically gonna have to take all these airbags and replace them if you're doing it right. I don't think you want to drive around a car with no airbags, do you? But you know, it runs and drives, and you could do that, but I would not suggest you do that. There are safety features for a reason. Yeah, the airbags even on the passenger side are all blown out. They're bidding up to $1,400 on it so far, which again seems a little bit high. The auction fees, you got to come here and pull down this. I think it was $1,900. I just caught a glimpse of it. So $1,900 for a Chevy Cruze. It has blown airbags, but it runs and drives. I think it had 130,000 miles on it, was it? Now, what you can do on something like a Chevy Cruze, like a Malibu, one of those cars that are super mass produced and everybody buys, more than one of them usually winds up in this auction here. And what you can do is you can buy a wrecked one and then turn around and wait for maybe one that has a blown engine to come through the auction, buy it a lot cheaper, swap the parts, and you're good to go. You can buy the car a lot easier, the entire car, a lot easier and cheaper than you can buy the individual parts for the vehicle. So you buy one that's maybe been hidden in the back or has a bad engine, you take all those front end parts off, you take the airbag, the dash out, and then you sell off the parts that you don't need, make your money back, get your parts for free, and sell your car. Now, for example, here is a car that it's actually already sold. It went through already, but right here is a 2014 Chevy Cruze. It sold for $1,450. Now, if we look at this one, it has 172,000 miles on it. It's a 14. It says it has keys and engine runs, but it says the motor's knocking. So it has a bad engine in it, but look at this car. Look how good a shape it's in. There's no dents in it. It's not scratched up. It's not rusty. Everything's pretty decent under the hood, but look at the interior of this car. It's nice. It's got a very nice interior. This is like one of the higher ends for a Chevy Cruze. So if you had like that 19, I don't know if these are the same body style, but if you had that 19 and you had this 14, you could either swap all the body parts off of one onto the other, or you can just take the engine out. Maybe take the engine out of the 19 and put it in this 14 if it'll fit. Either that, or you just buy this 14 and you part it out, or you buy this 14 and you wait for another 14 to come, or the same body style that has been hid in the front end, and swap those engines out. This one sold for $1,450. That's about $1,700 with auction fees, but it is a 14. If you swap out that engine, you have a really nice looking car with a higher end interior for a Chevy Cruze. So this would definitely sell very well. I would say probably about $4,500, give or take, being in this nice a shape. All right, next up we got a really nice one. It's a 2021 Dodge Charger. Is that a Scat Pack? It looks like a Scat Pack. Let's see what it has in for the engine. Yes, it's got is that 6.4 engine? But it has a salvage title on it, so you're gonna have to do some work. But it's all the way up to $1,800 on a Scat Pack with a salvage title. I do not know why it has a salvage title on it. 44,000 miles on it only. It's, I don't know, it's a little bit dirty on the inside. Wheels are kind of jacked up. Tires are jacked up. Probably a street takeover car. $19,000 on it. I don't know. With a salvage title on it, I don't know how you clean up a salvage title. I don't know if you can clean a salvage title, but definitely a lot of money in parts. Is it $19,000 worth of parts? Maybe. I mean, everything's good on this car, even though there is a bit of a gap right here, but the hood might just be open a little bit. This is a nice car. There is a video of it, so it does run, obviously. I mean, 19, is it going to reach to $20,000? That is it's a good looking car. I wish I knew the story. It has a wide body kit on it too. So yeah, that's more money. I'm pretty sure that you could part this out, but I think by the time you get done paying the, with auction fees, what is auction fees on this thing? See if we can get down here to show us the auction fees. Oof. $19,000, $22,900. So you're paying over $2,000, almost $3,000. Yipes, worth of auction fees for that car. So that's 23. Just round it off. That's $2,300 or $23,000. Have I been saying 100? $23,000 somebody
Sold.
just gave for this car.
Next on the
Will they
block.
pick it up? I don't know. So that's where it gets a little iffy buying cars that have a salvaged title, especially one that new. If it was a rebuilt title, that's no big deal. But a salvage title is something a little bit different. And it depends on what state you live in. Some of them can be a little bit easier to get a good title for it than others. And I don't know about Indiana. I've heard stories that you can't get one. I've heard stories that you can get one. I've heard stories it's easy. I've heard stories it's hard. I haven't been through it, and I really don't want to. All right, well, we got another nice car that's coming up. It is a 2019 Infiniti Q60. It's at $6,000 right now. This is also a nice car. Only has 50,000 miles. As a 19, has keys, went into gear.
New bidder.
And it's in good shape. Infiniti. Oh, geez, it has a salvage title as well. Where are these cars coming from? They probably came from the same place, to be honest. Wow, look at the interior of that car. That is fancy, isn't it? Why does it have a salvage title on it? Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. Now, this doesn't make any sense. This seat is war like no other. That's not a 50,000 mile seat, right? Yeah, 50,100 miles on it. Is that confirmed on the odometer? It is confirmed on the odometer. Huh. So, man, that would have to, for 50,000 miles, the seat to be that bad, somebody would have to been sliding in and out, just dragging their butt all over that thing. That's crazy. But the other seat, it's immaculate. It's really good shape. So I guess somebody was just dragging. Look at that center console. It's all dirty and nasty as well. So somebody spent a bunch of money on a nice car and just drove around for 50,000 miles and just tore up that seat, I guess. Probably a lot of getting in and out of that car. That's too bad. Another salvage title. $7,000 on
New
it.
bidder.
So let's go down here. Let's look at our auction fees. Yep, $8,500, 71. So it's about $1,400, almost $1,500 worth of auction fees on this car. That's where they get you, man. Those auction fees are tough. I wish they would cap that off. I mean, there's just like no limit. The higher it goes, the higher you pay in auction fees. So buying a really nice car in this auction might not be the best deal for you unless you can get it at a good deal. But this one, for $8,000, if it didn't have that salvage title on it, I would say would be a good deal. That salvage title right there, it just doesn't do it for me. Catalytic converters are still on it. It's a really solid car. It doesn't appear to be any water damage. I just do not know why it would be salvaged, unless the auction or the insurance company, I mean, it had been done by the insurance company. They probably theft recovery and they didn't want to mess with it. And they just said, keep the car. We're calling it a total loss just because. But there's no reason this is a total loss. It has a video of it. It runs and drives. So I don't know why. Absolutely do not know why this has a salvage title on it. 77 or 75.5. There we go. 75.5, $9,000 on it now. Those auction fees are killer. Super nice car. Let's see if it goes. Well, they are slow bidding on this car like no other. $7,650 on it so far. Sell the car. Stop slow bidding this car. They really want it. Infiniti Q60. Let's see if it goes through this time. Nope. They slow bid it again. That's annoying when you have two people that are just going back and forth. Super, super slow. It's just like hit the button until there's a winner. So $7,850 on it, which brings us up to $9,400 on it. And are we done? I guess not. $7,850. Let's wrap this up real quick here. Here we go. $7,850, 9,000 whatever. They are not letting go. $7,950. Oh, that would be the next bid. Sorry. 9,400. $9,402.50.
Sold.
There you go. $9,400.
Next on the block.
Well, so far I am starting to think that this still is not the proper time to buy cars, at least at the public auto auction. These prices they're just too high.
Sold.
But
Next on
let's
the block.
try again. There's a 2017 Honda. What is this? HRV.
New bidder. New bidder.
Let's see what it goes for. Okay, here we go. 2017 Honda HRV. Very popular car, and they sell very, very well. Let's see if we can get an idea what this looks like. They are bidding on that like crazy. It's in good shape. It looks like it has some fading on the roof here of this car. It's at $3,600. Nope, it's still going there. So we're gonna have to sit here and wait for them to run back and forth on this car for a little while. But Hondas are really good cars to get a hold of. I would say if you just sanded that roof a little bit and hit it with some white, that's going to bring the value up quite a bit. Or, I don't know, sand it down and hit it with some black and give it a sort of a two-tone look. I think that would also look pretty good. I don't know why that car is so faded on top. That's sort of a California thing when that happens to these cars. You usually don't see that a lot here in Indiana, but apparently that was left out, or I don't know, maybe there was just some bad paint there. Anyway, $3,900 on this one, and auction fees $4,802.50. So $49.17 on it. 4,000. So that's $917.50 in auction fees on that one. Oh, she's still going. I thought it was going to sell there. Let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty decent car all the way around. I think it's good for the price. These usually sell pretty good. I mean, I'm thinking about $6,000 on this one. Ooh, it's dirty on the inside. It's filthy. Yeah, definitely dirty. That'll clean up very easily, though. No big deal. Decent wheels on it. Yep, everything looks good on there. Oh, sold $4,000. So almost $5,000 with those auction fees on that one. Not bad.
Lock.
Okay, prices are high. Another option maybe is a gamble car. So we may have to gamble on some stuff. What I would gamble on, if I had to gamble, probably like this 2008 Honda Accord right here. Now, we don't know a whole lot about it. We don't even know how many miles it has on it, but it's a 2008. It doesn't have any keys or anything. So we don't know anything about this car. All that we know is it's a Honda. And Hondas are usually pretty reliable cars. It's been beat up a little bit. It does not look like it has marks on the tires. It's got a little bit of rust right there, though. So this was brought in for an unknown reason. It doesn't look great underneath the hood, but it sold for $675. So that's not an awful lot of money. And worst case scenario, I don't know how much. I didn't look to see what the auction fees were, and they're gone now. But worst case scenario, you can part this out. The tires are looking pretty good on this car. So maybe about, oops, it's got a mismatch. I was gonna say about $300-400 on the tires, but now that they don't match, maybe not so much. But there's still a lot of good parts. Looks like it's just under $1,000 with auction fees. You can part it out. Definitely get your money back. You can definitely make some money on this car. It's got a lot of good body panels on it. Still has the catalytic converter on it. Just has some damage here. Maybe you can sell this one wheel as a spare or something. I don't know. But a lot of good parts. If you get lucky, you have a key made for it. It'll start and it'll run, maybe. But it's a gamble car, but it was cheap. Okay, I think we are going to scrape the bottom of the barrel with this one. But not a lot of options here. 2013 Chevy Captiva. It's at $575. But this car is beat up. But it's got 200,000 miles, 2013. It runs, has keys, one in the gear. But it's been wrecked, looks like a couple different times. It's okay on this side, but it's got a dent on this side. Looks like they scraped down this side for whatever happened there. So it's I watched the video of it. It does have a catalytic converter, but it's loud for some reason. So it needs exhaust work on it too. 200,000 miles. I mean, this is not a great car, but if it can be picked up cheap, it's at $675 or $625 right now, which is $800. No, it's $650. So it's still under $1,000. If it can be picked up for under $1,000, you can do something with this car. Probably not a lot, but there it goes. That was like $800 and some odd for this one. And that's not so bad. But man, this is really scraping the bottom of the barrel right here. Well, here is one. It's a 2015 Chevy Equinox. I know a lot of you don't like the Equinox, but it is a common person's car, and they buy these all the time. It only has 176,000 miles. Yeah, that's kind of high, but these go over 200,000 miles all the time. No big deal. So, well, they're bidding it up. I looked these up. They're worth in between $2,500 and $4,000. And they are bidding on it like it is. I mean, it's a little scratched up here. That'll buff out. That will actually buff out. So it did have a dent in the fender, though. Where's that dent at? The interior is okay. Looks like somebody was sleeping in the back of that. The wheels are a little funky, but can be cleaned up. Oh, I didn't see where the dent was. There's a dent in this fender. There it is. But it's not bad. It looks like it's just a fender. I think this will all go back together. So it's white, so it should be easy enough. It's sold for $1,250, about $1,500. I would have wanted to be in it at about $1,000 to $1,200 to fix the fender and to make about $1,000 to $1,500 off of it. But that's okay. Prices are still a little bit high. That's weird. That didn't have a, usually these have the sign on it that says it starts. That way it makes it easier for you to look through. But this Malibu right here, it didn't have that sign on it. But it says it has keys. Engine runs when into gear. Flat tire has been hit, so it was brought in on accident.
Sold.
Oh, that went quick. That was actually a good deal. I think I think we missed out on that one looking at it because we didn't have a mark because it didn't have the sign on it like right here. It's supposed to have this sign on it. It makes it easier, so you know what to look for there.
New bidder.
Toyotas are really good cars, especially this Euro Camry, but this one's been hit. When they get hit in an A-pillar like that, it's really not worth a whole bunch of money.
Next on the
But
block.
they're good for parts, so they're ramping up the sales on these a little bit. These things are going pretty fast, but let's see if we have anything better than that stuff. All right, here's one it's kind of interesting. I don't think it's quite there in the car world, but it's a 1995 BMW. It only has 475,000 miles on it, but it has $475 on it. It has 219,000 miles on it. It's a 1995. Doesn't have any keys, but it's a 5-speed car, so that makes it a little more special. And it just sold for $475. So that's like what? $600 maybe, $700. But this is it's an interesting car. I think this is something that you probably can get some pretty good money off of in the next few years, but you definitely have to do some work on this. BMWs in the mid-90s, well, they weren't the easiest things to work on. They had some crazy technology going on there. But if you're a BMW guy, I think this would be something that you would be interested in, definitely for sure. If anything, it'd make a good track car just to beat around in. And one more awful vehicle is the 1996 Chevy Astrovan. I mean, these aren't awful. This particular one isn't great. But these vans, I think, is also up and coming. They come up, they go down, they come up, they go down. I like these vans, so they're fun to drive.
Sold.
And $475 again on that one. So this is probably, we didn't get to look at it real good because it sold so quick, but definitely something that can be fixed up and driven. All right, well, here is one that I like, but it's already overpriced. This is a 2025 Honda, what is this, a Navi? I think that's what it's called. It's one of those small little bikes. I mean, you can drive this on the street and everything. It has a temporary tag right here, so apparently they didn't have it too long. Come from Dreyer, that's a Honda dealership. It's $1,100. The only problem with this is you can buy these brand new for like $2,100.
Next on the block.
So that went quick because nobody, well, somebody wanted it because they spent $1,100 on it plus another about $300. So they spent about $1,400 to $1,500 on this bike when for a little bit more they could have bought it brand new with no miles on it. So that's going to wrap it up for the auction today. And what did we learn? Well, we learned that it's still not time to buy vehicles yet. People are spending too much money, and I think most of those people are dealers going to the public auction here, grabbing up these cars, throwing it on their lot because they just got out of, the short tax refund season time, and probably think that it's still going on when it is not. So they're going to buy these cars thinking they got a good deal on them. They're going to raise them to the moon, and they're going to sit on the lots and not go anywhere. So it's probably going to be another couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks before these prices at the auction dip down to where they should be. But I mean, some of the prices are okay, but the majority, they're just not. So we'll see. We'll come back in a couple weeks and see what we have going on. But that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rack Garage. Until next time.